guys, so today I am sharing with you my 2014 beauty favorites, and these are definitely my favorite videos to watch because you get to see what everyone's been loving for an entire year in one convenient video. I'm going to keep this intro short because I know it's going to get long and I want to make sure we get through everything in a timely fashion. Starting with primer, this should come as no surprise. My favorite is the Stila One Step Correct. I've talked about this probably the entire year. It is just a divine product. It has about three different ribbons of color that pump out together to form the most perfect combination to even out your skin tone and provide the best possible base for your foundation. It also kind of acts as a moisturizer, so you get that two-in-one kind of deal. Although I had a bit of trouble with this foundation when I first purchased it, I am now best friends with it enough to include it in this video. It is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I am in the shade Medium 1 Punjab. And when I first picked this up, it was just a little bit too yellow. I didn't think it sat right on my skin, and I just didn't see what everyone was fussing about. But I did some research and found that the best way to apply this is with a damp sponge, and the rest was history. I love the finish of it. It's a nice medium coverage that you can either build up or keep down into a nice more subtle look, and it lasts all day, and I actually think it gets better on your skin the longer you wear it. So it's definitely one I'm glad I finally picked up, and if you're considering getting it, I definitely recommend asking for help at the counter because it can get a little tricky. When picking my favorite blush, I found this to be kind of difficult because I wear all of my blushes fairly evenly and I love them all equally, but I decided that I just needed to pick one, and it is the Revlon blush in Wine Knots. It is a beautiful mauvey pinky shade with a little red influence in there, and it provides the most lovely flush to the skin. You definitely have to be careful with this one because you could go a little overboard, so a light hand is a must. But it lasts all day. It's very, very well pigmented, and it's just a lovely blush to have in your collection. For eyeshadow, I have been all about the palettes this year and decided to just choose two to feature in this video, and I am going to be talking about the Naked 3 palette and the Stila in the Light palette. I first got the Stila in the Light palette for my birthday in June, and since then it's been a love affair like no other. I took it with me on my trip to Italy. It was beyond perfect, everything I needed in one convenient palette. My favorite shade is definitely Kitten. This is just the world's greatest champagne shade to ever exist. It's just so good. The whole palette is fantastic. Definitely worth the price, as it tends to be on the cheaper side of palettes. I think it's like $39. And I'm interested in checking out the other Stila palettes that they have because this one is just oh so good. The Naked 3 palette just recently came into my collection. I won a giveaway for the first time ever, and I got to choose which Naked palette I wanted. And I already had the first one, and the second one just doesn't interest me, so I thought the third one would be the perfect one for me, and it definitely is because it's in my favorites video. They are rose gold shades, just like you know. Everyone is fully aware about what the Naked 3 palette looks like, and it is divine. Really worth the hype. They're creamy, they're easy to blend, they all look great together. It's a palette that you can use the whole spectrum on, and one I am more than happy to have accepted into my collection. I became one with the eyeshadow stick this year, and the Rimmel Scandaleyes collection is definitely up there as my favorite. This is in the shade Trespassing Taupe, and it's just like a muddy brown color, and it's so easy just to blend all over the lids, take your finger and rub it out, and be good to go for the day. I love these. They're so convenient, and most of the time in the mornings I'm usually running late to work, so I need something quick and something that looks good, and these are definitely it for me. Moving on to eyeliners, I ended up just picking 3. I could probably rave about every single eyeliner I own, but these 3 definitely stand out as my favorites, and they're all a little bit different. The first one is the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Damsel, and this came with the in the Light palette, the Stila in the Light palette. and I have used the Kohl out of this. This is definitely my favorite just run-of-the-mill eyeshadow. It comes in one of those twistable containers. Eyeliner, I said eyeshadow, I meant eyeliner. You know what I mean. And it is so pigmented and so smooth. It doesn't tug at your eyes at all, like at all, and it lasts forever, and it is like the boldest line I've ever seen. I use it to tight line my eyes or on the bottom lash line, but I don't really do stuff on the bottom lash line. But if I do, it's usually this. It's just so good, and I am surprised that I haven't picked up more because I only have this one from the line and I just need them all. I know I need them all because it's just, this is so good. For liquid eyeliner, it has to be the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This stuff makes it a snap to apply liquid liner. I was terrible before this one, and it just makes it so easy. It has a felt tip pen top applicator thing, and in just one little swoop you get the perfect flick. It dries really fast and it's incredibly bold, but it's also forgiving. I find that if I make a little mistake, you can get it off of your eye pretty quickly without damaging your entire makeup look. This next eyeliner is something unique and definitely one of a kind. It is the MAC Teddy Eye Kohl pencil, and there's just something about this that sets it apart. It's incredibly easy to smoke out and create a nice subtle line, but I don't know what it is that makes it so fantastic. It's kind of has like some gold flecks in it. It's a nice like goldish brown, I guess, and I don't know what it is that makes this as wonderful as it is, but it's definitely one you need to check out because it is amazing. For eyebrows, this was actually really difficult because I enjoy all of my eyebrow pencils for different reasons, but I decided on just talking about the OFRA eyebrow pencil because this was the first one to really get me to understand filling in your brows. It is the closest shade to my actual eyebrow color. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a pencil. I like the twisty ones more. They're just way easier. You don't need to sharpen anything. But it's still amazing and it lasts all day. It's really easy to get a fine little hair-like strokes in your eyebrows, and that's all I can really say about it. It's just a good product. Let's backtrack a little and go back to eyes. My favorite brush this year has to be the MAC 217. I picked this up probably like 3 or 4 months ago now, and I'm definitely considering, what are you doing here? I'm definitely considering getting another because it is just so good and so versatile. You can use it for a bunch of different things. My favorite way to use it is to get a darker shade and start on the outer corner of my eye and just like do these like weird little circles. It doesn't have to be an exact science with this brush because it makes it look good no matter what you do. Before I was okay at eyeshadow, I thought that I could get a decent like look going on, a couple different shadows, you could see something happening, but this brush makes it look like I'm a professional, like I've been born to apply eyeshadow or something. It's just, it's a miracle worker. Let's just put it out there that the 217 works miracles for people like me who can't do this thing usually. When I was thinking about which mascara to include in this favorites video, it was a no-brainer. The Maybelline, the Rocket, and the waterproof formula is my mascara. I used to love the L'Oreal Voluminous one, and I still really love it. It was my first mascara that I ever used, and it's still downright amazing. But this one ticks all the boxes. It gets length, it separates your lashes, and provides some serious volume. If I were to find a mascara that beats this one, it would have to be pretty damn good because this one is just that. A surprising favorite for me is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I had heard about these and I just wasn't that crazy about checking it out. I just was like, oh, whatever, setting spray is just like a gimmick or something extra to add to your makeup routine. But during the VIB sale, I thought, what the heck, it'd be way more affordable to just give it a shot and try something new. And I love it. I am obsessed with makeup setting sprays. So if you know of any other brands or other setting sprays that I should try, definitely let me know because I am all for that. But this one in particular It's just so good. You put it, like, you spray it onto your face after you do your makeup, and it's supposed to help your makeup stay all night, as it says. And I really do think it actually lives up to its name. When I apply it, my makeup instantly looks like 10 times better. Even if I do it like right after I put my makeup on, I can tell that everything looks fresher and brighter, and I know it's gonna be a good day when I use the setting spray. So this is definitely worth the hype. I know a lot of hyped up products just don't make any sense to me, like the waters thing. I don't know what it's called, but like, it's another mist. It's like a tonic water or something. I don't get that, but this I do get, and it's fantastic. When I was thinking about which lip products to include, I really had to narrow it down. I wanted just to include everything. Usually when I get a new lip product, I know right away if I love it or I don't. So I tend to have a lot of lip favorites. It's one of my favorite things about makeup is switching out my lip products, but I kept it to 4 and mixed it up a little bit. So the first lip product is a lip liner, and it is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Manic. And this was the first lip liner I ever got, and I think I did a pretty good job getting one of those like My Lips but a little bit better lip liners. And it's just really easy to use, and I finally started to understand lip liners after I got this, because before I thought just old ladies who would wear like really dark liner were the only ones that wore lip liner. Like, I didn't understand that you could actually like do it in a normal way, and these are fantastic. I have a couple of others by a few different brands, and those are all really good too, but I like this one because it's the closest to my natural lip color, so it helps my favorite lip colors, which are My Lips But Better colors, to stay all day and stay within the lines of my lips, because that's a problem I have. I don't know about you guys, but I have a serious issue with like defining where my lips end. Definitely on the lower lip, it just seems to kind of like fade off. There isn't like a defining line. So lip liners have helped me to figure out exactly where I need to stop applying lipstick, which is always a plus. This was the year for lip crayons by far. I probably have like 12 now. I don't know how many lip crayons I've acquired in this past year, but it's some absurd number, I'm sure. My favorite though is the Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade Grandest Grape. And I have to tell you a little story, a little segue story. Whenever I apply a lip product in the morning and I kiss Alex goodbye, he likes to know what their names are. Like, it's just a fun thing that we do. Like, I'll kiss him and I'll be like, syrup, and just tell him what they are. And so the first time I kissed him with Grandest Grape, I said it in like a weird way. I was like, Grandest Grape. And now it's become this huge joke because I wear it a lot. So every time like he'll kiss me out in public, I'll be like, Grandest Grape, and people will look at us really funny, but it's just a cool little thing that we do, and I don't know why I felt the need to share it with you, but there you go. Now you know about the weird thing Alex and I do. But I do really love Grandest Grape, and it's just a grandest great color that looks like kind of like a wine shade. I would say it's like a brother to the Revlon Wine Not Blush. Like, they would be best friends because they're like the same color. I don't know why this video just got a little weird, but fantastic lip product, incredibly hydrating. The color is insane and it lasts a really long time. Once the initial moisture kind of like fades away, it becomes a really nice stain that doesn't do anything weird on your lip, and it fades evenly so you don't have like blotches of color left. For lipsticks, I am a MAC girl through and through. I know a lot of people are kind of venturing away and finding other loves, and people aren't talking about MAC as much. But when it comes to lipstick, I know MAC will do no wrong in my book. The first favorite is Sea Sheer, and it's kind of like an orangey peach shade that mixed with my like natural lip color turns into more like a red. And I wore this tons in the spring and summer. That's why I'm including it. I haven't worn it that much now, but in the spring and summer, I went nuts for Sea Sheer. And it's just a cool color. I don't know why I picked it. I think I was just shopping online and I was like, that looks good. I always buy more than I need to when I'm shopping on MAC's website. So I picked it up and it is fantastic. The other one, of course, is Plumful. I know you thought I was gonna say syrup, but plot twist, it's Plumful. I should include syrup, but I feel like I talk about it too much, and it was more of a last year thing. I still love it to death, but I wanted to mix things up a little bit. Plumful is basically syrup in my book with a little bit more oomph. I'm wearing it today, but I feel like it's not as bold anymore. See how I can do this. There we go. Get a little more Plumful up in here. Love it to death. If you don't have Plumful in your matte collection, you're just crazy. Because I feel like it would look good on just about every skin tone. It's a nice darker shade without having to be like va-va-voom dark. It's very comfortable in between. So you feel like you're a little more statement-y without having to go crazy or worry about it going all over your face. It's one that you can kind of apply without a mirror, but I personally couldn't. But I feel like you could, because it's one of those like in-between shades where you're not too worried about it going every which way. And now I'm done ranting about Plumful, because I feel like I just went on for a really long time about Plumful. Moving on to hair care products. I was never a big hair product person. My hair just did what it wanted, mostly because I swam competitively for about 10 years and my hair was lucky to do anything besides look frizzy and dry. But lately I have been exploring what I can do with this mop on my head, and my favorite product is the Bumble & Bubble Thickening Hairspray. I got it fairly recently, but I've used almost half of it. It smells like sweet tarts, and it just adds enough grip to my hair that it's not flat and lifeless after like 3 minutes outside. I wanted to include a couple of skincare products as well. The first is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This stuff is amazing. You apply it to your dry face, massage it around, it takes off all of your makeup. I've had this for ages and I've barely made a dent, so this is gonna last me a very long time, and I feel like it's just a really good way to get all of your makeup off. And finally, you've heard me talk about this many times. It is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. It's love. I know a couple of you had said on my blog that it didn't work for you, which most skincare doesn't. If it works for someone, it may not work for someone else, and this is definitely probably one of those things, but I'm obsessed with it. It provides a serious amount of moisture to my face. You put it on at night and you leave it on the entire night, and in the morning your skin looks fantastic. Basically, it's just what it does. And it is a favorite of mine, and I've had this packaging for ages. Like this small amount, I've had this forever. So those are all of my 2014 favorites. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe to see more videos, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!